Testing, testing. Uno, dos, tres. Testing. Testing. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? My name's Chris, and I'm a bookaholic. You already knew that. Okay, here's the thing. Again, here's me with lighting issues. I don't care. If you don't care, I don't care. All right? If you don't care, I don't care. To be honest, even if you don't care, I do care because I'm neurotic. Okay, couple things. First, every single YouTuber, booktuber, they're all about, the MBR, TBRs, like to be read might be read. Maybe Andrew came up with the MBR. I don't know. But let me just simply say, I love that. And I actually love watching booktubers talk about what they're going to read. That's a huge thing for me. So what are you going to read for the month? I'm interested. I'm all in. Just show me the books, baby. Let's go. So I love that. And I'm going to do that for you too, okay? But I'm also, in addition to the TBR, MBR, then there are videos that at the end of the month, you look back. Did you do it? Did you read the books that you were going to read? And I'll do that too. I'm going to do that every month. But I'm doing something different. This is, I'm going to specifically call it, it's going to be TBF'd. To be effed. To be finished. Huh? You see that? To be finished. I don't know where your mind was at, but I'll tell you, get it out of the gutter. So, here's the problem. Well, it's not a problem. Here's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to do these TBR MBRs, and I'm going to be ridiculous. I'm going to go over what I know I can read. I cannot read. Personally, I'm not able to crank out 10, 12 books every single month. That's not going to happen. Why? Because I travel for a living, and I have a lot of kids, and I also, have to do other things like watch sports and football, which is also a sport, because that's what I do, and I have to eat. So the point is that at some point in the game, I don't know why I keep saying the word point. This is the problem when you're recording yourself. All of a sudden, all these little things that you keep saying start to drive you crazy. At least they drive me crazy. Let's get to the point. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to do the TBR MBRs, and then I'll do the kind of the month in review. I think I have a name for it somewhere already. Something stunning. You're going to love it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these TBF'd. To be finished. And the reason is because even though a lot of these guys out there and gals can finish 10, 12, 15 books a month, awesome, I can't, okay? And even if I didn't pretend that I had other responsibilities, which, let's be honest, I really don't. So then I'm not a speed reader. In fact, I'll tell you a little something about me that nobody really cares about. And actually, I'm already a few minutes into this video, and you're like, I haven't seen a single book, Chris. You're wasting my time. Okay, I get it. Okay, here's a book. I'll get to that. Okay, are you with me now? Focus. This is the truth. I have a little bit of, I don't know if it's a reading, actual reading problem, but I'll reread sometimes the sentence 3 or 4 times because, maybe I wasn't 100% zoned in. And then I'm a little obsessive. So by the time I finish a book, I've read it already a couple times. It's ridiculous. It's who I am. It's what happens. It's the way things are. So I'm a little slower, okay? But I'm still cranking them out. So every month I'm going to do these awesome videos that are going to have, an abundance of books that I'm going to read, might be read. And then, yes, of course, I'll push over the ones that I haven't started yet into the next month, which by the time the year ends, there's going to be 100 additional books. It's going to be pretty funny. But I have this thing where I've started dozens and dozens of books, and my commitment this year is to try to finish the books that I've started. So I have my TBF pile, and I'm just going to give you a couple, okay? And by the time some of these videos are actually being seen, I may have already finished them. And how will you know? Because I'll add them in my monthly wrap-up, okay? All of this, I realize you're like, whatever, do whatever you want, Chris. I'm not watching your channel. All right, okay, I get that. Here's the first. I already showed you. Joe Abercrombie, Half the World. This is the second book in the series, and I loved the first book. And there's a moment in that first book, I'm like, what the flip just happened? Like, are you kidding me? And I think I just got hooked. And this is, a trilogy that is not often talked about when it comes to Joe Abercrombie, partly because this might be in the YA category, although it's satisfied my interests, and I'm loving it. So yes, of course, First Law and all that good stuff, that's there, and jump on that. But this is just such a cool little adventure, and the 3 books, I'm liking it a lot. So I'll finish this hopefully sooner rather than later, and then I got the last book in the series that I will wrap up as well. Okay, now a little embarrassing, but I've already read the whole series for the Dark Tower series, except for I haven't finished the last book. I'm going to tell you the reason why is because, of course, typical Chris, the bookaholic, I got distracted and started reading a bunch of other books, but also partly because somebody may have actually given a spoiler to me of this book, and I think there's a part of me that's like, if I just don't mess with this long enough, I'll forget, which I won't, because again, we're back to neurotic. So the thing about it is, I have this kind of rolling already. I'm going to probably jump in, try to finish it, and then I'll probably just start the whole series again. So anyhow, this book, I just snagged this the other day at a thrift store. I already own it. So who knows? Maybe at some point I'll give away some books. But this is kind of cool, So if you've not read the Dark Tower trilogy, if you've not read the Dark Tower series, I mean, it was so funny. I'm like, 7. If you've not read the Dark Tower trilogy with book number 7, then you should. Okay, and I know everybody's out there is like, well, hey, you should just finish the series and stop talking. Okay, let's go on to another one. I already started. Again, these are all TBF'd. Do you understand? I got to finish them. So I've already started this, The Ocean of Others, and honest, I love this so far. So I'm kind of excited. Joshua Scott Edwards, this is, I think, his first book. So at least the first book that I've been made aware of. And I think his next one in the series is coming out, The Sibling Sons. So I'm kind of pumped about this, but I'm not finished yet. So things are just getting underway here. I'm pretty excited about it. I'll wrap that up fast. Okay, and I know for a fact this is going to be finished soon because I'm in the zone with it. And I love it. It's so good. And that's Stephen King's Needful Things. And honest, I can't believe I haven't finished it already. Every night I read a little bit of this. So this will be done soon. And then, again, I've been reading this for a little while just because it's a slow kind of progression. Guards by Terry Pratchett. But actually, today I started the audio version of Life and Footnotes, which is his biography by his personal assistant. It's so good so far, and just makes me want to read everything. I already wanted to read everything that Terry Pratchett had put out, but it's just kind of put me in the zone so much. And this book is out of this world. And honest, I know that there are more people that are influencing me than Andrew over there at Wizardly Reads, but honest, I love this recommendation. It's perfect. So Terry Pratchett, Guards. If you've never read Pratchett, this is where you start. How do I know? Because this is where I started. This is where I'm going. I'm doing it. Okay, it's happening. This I first heard about from Red Fury. Josh over there. I love his channel, and it's Summer of Night, and I'm gonna be done with this soon because actually I'm loving this. I'm actually a huge fan of like coming of age books. So small town, young kid, I'm all in. So TBF. This is on that. This will be soon. So really, I mean, these 3 here are going to be done very quick. Why? Because they're on my every night. I'm reading out of them pretty much. Okay. I think this is funny. So again, kind of in the vein of Terry Pratchett, Kill the Farm Boy. I started this and I'm just beginning it, but I love it, and so I have a feeling I'm probably going to keep kind of pushing through this I don't know if it's realistic that I get through all of these in December, but possible because I've already started most of these books and some of them I'm very involved in. I should be able to crank out a lot of these. Okay, that'd be good too. And then The Martian, and I've already read everything by Andy Weir except for this book, and I'm in the zone with it. I love this. No surprise, right? I mean, it's phenomenal. Everybody's read it, loves it. I actually think I'm going to have Project Hail Mary above this, but this is so good so far. It won't be long. I'll be done with it very soon. It's TBF'd, but it's every night. So like every night I sit down and I'm reading probably a little bit out of Needful Things and a little bit out of Guards or Summer of Night, and then The Martian. That's pretty much every night. This Ocean of Others, not every night, kind of when it hits to me. This I haven't picked up yet since I had kind of, it's not DNF'd, it's just kind of stalled, but I'm motivated to get back to that. So probably after I finish, nobody cares. See, this now you've entered into the chaos that is Chris and my brain and how I function and work, and you can see this is not a pretty place. So I will hurry up. I only have about 4 left, okay? I think I can finish these in December. So I'm going to try to rock these out, and then we'll see what happens as I begin the new year. All right, this is the monster book that I'm reading. I'm about halfway, a little over halfway through. It's called The Father's Tale. Guarantee nobody out there has even heard about this or talked about this unless you're in a very unique small group. This is a Canadian author, Michael D. O'Brien. He's written a lot of books. I've read probably a huge majority of his work, and this is a bookstore owner he finds out his son's involved in a pretty terrifying cult, and so it's a father's heart as he goes to try to reach his son and rescue his son, and it's pretty powerful. It's a typical Michael D. O'Brien book in the sense that you're going to get huge explorations on philosophy and religion and just kind of world circumstances and situations, and I love it. I mean, so it's phenomenal. But he didn't have an editor, we'll say that. So it's meaty. All right, here's another one. Empire of the Vampire, and there's a lot of mixed reviews about this, but I've already started this, and I like it in a lot of ways for what it is, and I think Patrick, or somebody recently was saying that the end really just kicked butt, and so they liked it enough because of the ending alone. Well, so far for me, I'm cool with it. You know, I don't mind the flow, and it's what it is. So, I'm not looking at it like, is this the perfect book ever? But that being said, this book, I'm in the zone with this. I'm such a fan of Sanderson anyways, but I started this, so I'm putting this on my January TBR to finish. It's really a TBF in January. I'll put it on my TBR, but we all know it's a TBF. You picking up what I'm throwing down? And the last one is just this Dispel Illusion by Mark Lawrence, and I've already read the first 2 books in the series, which is kind of cool. One Word Kill and Limited Wish. So I'm in the last of this series. This won't take long. It's pretty small, but it's good. And again, I think part of the I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about this, but partly because I think it's considered more of a YA book, but I don't know. I think it kind of works well, even for RA, regular adults. So yeah, long and the short, that's it. That's my TBF'd pile. I mean, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that I can't be 100% sure which one of these I'm going to finish, but I do think it's possible for me to finish them by the end of December. All of these, okay? So that's what I'm working on. All right? So, all right. I hope you guys are good. And obviously, you can tell I really haven't figured out how to end these videos yet. So I was like, hey, all right, guys and gals, have fun turning pages. That's stupid. Okay. I'll see you soon. Check out the the subscribe buttons, and I think I have some Patreon stuff, Amazon wish list. You know what to do. You probably know what to do way more than I know what to do. All right. See you soon.